here on the Muskegon channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. We're starting off Friday with a very special salutation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, yesterday we had a longtime fan and listener come out of the woodwork and say hello to both of us. That she did it for me on my messenger, but she wanted you included too. Her name is Pam
Okay.
LaMonaco.
Oh, nice.
She
Thank you,
says she
Pam.
enjoys you on the television. And then she
Oh,
enjoys
nice.
us together here on this. She didn't remark about any of your clothing from secondhand stores. She didn't say anything about your car. I'm assuming she's accepting you for you. Where
Well, whether you're talking on the TV or on the podcast, I wear what I wore on the TV,
right?
except I'll take the jacket off, take one button down, just,
Well, you got to show yourself
relax.
off
This
a
is
little
more
bit,
of a,
right? Yeah.
no, it's not that. It's just, here's the problem. This shirt is a little tight. And even when it's buttoned up to here, it feels a little constrictive. So this allows me to breathe a little more,
Is that
you
the
know?
is that the shirt you wore out here to No More Sidelines, Gallon?
Uh, I have a couple of white shirts. It may have been.
Yeah, it's if that's the case, that's a lot tight. And you
It's just it's
really
form fit. It's form fitting.
no. Form
It
fitting is
is.
one
We're
thing when
good.
you're 23, but when you're over 50,
Okay.
we can go a
No,
little looser and maybe a little bit,
no.
maybe a little.
Disagree.
Here's the other thing, maybe a little looser and a little less see through. That was another thing I noticed about your shirt.
Let's
It's a
see.
no more.
Can you
Yeah,
see?
you see,
No, there's nothing.
it's just a little
What can you
creepy when
see?
you're.
You see nothing.
Yeah,
You see nothing.
it's a little see through, which
I
means
think
it's been
you're
washed a
trying
little
to
too
see
much.
things.
I'm not
You
trying
look
to
like
see
you're
things.
trying to see things.
I'm trying to help
No,
you grow into your own age.
no. Well, here's the difference between me and you with this.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things that I've told you and I've said, because it's erroneous that you say I don't try to look young.
No,
That's not what I'm trying to do here
not what you're
at
trying to
all.
do. Okay.
I don't envy the young. I don't want to be younger. I really don't. I used to think my dad was lying when he talked about that, when I said, because I used to be the dickhead teenage son. Hey, don't you wish you were young? Don't you wish you were like 18, 17? It's like, and he just looked at me with that thing that only a dad who's like 60 can do. It's like, no, I wouldn't want to be that stupid.
Right.
And that was, so I understood that as I got older. Okay, yeah, I see where he's coming from. But no, I just want to look as good as I can and feel as good as I can until I ultimately stroke out at
Right.
whatever age that is.
Well,
So that's what I do.
My observation comes from this. I've been married to you longer than I have my wife. And I've watched different stages of your life come and go. I've watched your frosted hair
yes
thing, which lasted until
that,
what, 2 weeks ago.
No, that's 7 years. You know, it's been almost 7 years.
All
now.
right, I stand corrected. 7 years. I watched you at the college night era at the bar, which ended when you were 46.
No, 35.
Oh, Dave.
See, no, it was 35. It was 35. I was in my 30s,
Dave.
and it wouldn't be college night because that was when I was working with the radio station. I was working. 104.5 would have me come out, and I was friends, and I still am friends with. He's not a DJ anymore. Corey Hart, and we became roommates. And we would go out we'd have these things, and we'd go out like Thursdays and Fridays. Like I was living kind of that lifestyle, really until I met Alexa, who I met at a bar, actually at his bar at the time. But yeah, that is when that kind of all ended. And then, when we broke up, I would go out, but college night, that was never a thing after that. So
you keep
just,
it's okay.
and no, there's no denying this I'm being openly transparent. Yes, I still did go out. I just didn't go out on college night. That doesn't make sense.
I'll write the book someday.
Okay, you can write whatever you want to write. I would, if I was doing that, I would tell you. I'm mostly an open book. You don't get everything.
Okay.
But I'm pretty open about some portions.
Okay.
Of my life. Others we keep closed.
Sure.
Keep people on a need to know basis.
I get it. Well, Pam, hello to you, and
and Pam, and thanks for watching and listening. It's very sweet.
Yes, indeed, very nice. But
There you go.
you should get a new shirt.
You know, I would say, yeah, I think you are right. I do need some more white shirts. So I do like the color white. I'm maybe mix in a blue or a purple. I don't know.
Ooh. Ooh.
We'll see. We'll
Wow.
see. But I do. This actually is it might be my favorite of the white shirts. Just think it's my favorite one.
Okay.
So I'll
You
probably
look-
wear this twice a week.
You look Marvy.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate that. All right. Ready to do the voodoo that we do?
You got a college night
What?
to get to or something? I don't know. What's the rush?
Actually, you know what? It's interesting. Before I get it, I will say this because I wanted to pick Max. Actually, I wanted to pick him up yesterday,
Take him to college
and
night?
he's kind of hemming and hawing.
Well, that's what you're waiting for, isn't
Great.
it? A 21-year-old kid, so you can go to the bar with him.
No, God, good Lord, no. You know what? You know how horrible that would be. Oh God, no. Yeah, I'm not using Max as a
I can't wait
wingman.
to
You
see that.
douchebag.
He's my designated
No.
driver. Oh yeah, sure,
No.
Dave.
See now that no. I've never been drunk in front of him. I've had a couple of drinks, so he's seen me. You know, this is how you conduct yourself
Right.
with a couple of drinks, and you don't overdo things.
Okay.
So I think I'm a good example in that way. I don't hide it. I'm open and like, here I'm having Dad's having a glass of whiskey to take the edge off a little bit. But no, I wanted to pick him up yesterday, and I wanted to pick him up today, and he kept hemming and maybe because and I didn't want to be like because sometimes with my son, I feel like the needy girlfriend. Why don't you want to hang out with me? I'm your dad. I'm fun. I feel like I'd been getting to that stage. So I was like, tell you what, I'll pick you up on Saturday.
Okay.
That's fine.
Right.
So now I might force myself to go out this evening because I don't go out much. So it's maybe another one of those things like I did on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving where I forced myself to go out, even though I don't want to. All I want to do is watch Netflix or Amazon Prime at like 8:30 at night. And that's all I want to do. So we'll see.
All right. Well, you achieve.
We'll see if I get
in
ambitious.
the best way you can. You do that.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it. Mortgage rates are up. 30-year fixed rates increased to 6.82% from 6.79% 1 week ago. So it's not up that much. Still under 7%, but it was just a little over 6% at 6.28 a year ago. So as with everything,
I
more
read
expensive.
a Facebook post yesterday from a friend that said that to retire comfortably, you need to have over $1.6 million or something like that. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like define comfortable.
Yeah, and again, it depends on where you live too.
I think so too,
That's a big thing.
dude.
I mean, you got kids making $20 an hour in California flipping burgers now. So, of course, then they
Honestly,
jack up the fat. Then you can't get a meal for under $20 at McDonald's.
we have to look at the reality of things, and that is that people are not getting paid enough across the board. The average worker is really not making enough money to get by. I read a story, another Facebook thing today. A guy's 80-year-old mother is getting some guff about her apartment, and they're fighting to keep this woman in her apartment and all that other kind of stuff. Incomes have not gone up along with the price of everything as they should, and I don't know the fix, and we go around and round about this. But the fact of the matter is, people do not make enough money at this point.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
you can
be
work 3 or 4 jobs. You can go out and grind it out, and you can fall back on your idea of nobody cares, work harder, right?
Yes,
But the idea of that is that it's just not getting anywhere. People are still not making enough money.
I'm sorry. This is where I have to push back super hard because the truth is, and I throw myself in there too. I believe this too, because I could do a little bit more. I could work a little bit more, and I work a lot.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing you can control, and it's not fair, and it's tough. The fact is, you can control your attitude and your effort. Those are the only things in your control. You can't always control the outcome, but you can control the attitude and the effort. And you got it. The whole nobody cares, work harder is a good mindset to live by. It doesn't mean you don't care about people. It means control what you can control, which is those things, which is your effort.
Well,
Because the truth is, most of us are lazy sacks of shit.
no,
And I hate to, and I mean this, and this is where it's a little bit of tough love because I've been that guy.
Yeah.
I've been, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is just so hard. I can't, this is too, you got to get over that and boom, go. And I don't know what the answer may end up being, and I've thrown out the universal basic income stuff, something as a supplement. But until that happens, okay, nobody's going to just hand you more money just because you need more money. You're going to have to make yourself undeniable. You shake your head and you put your head down, but that's the only thing you can do.
Listen
you
to
can't
yourself.
wallow in it.
Listen to yourself carefully.
I am.
All right. The first thing you say is nobody cares. That means
you can't
nobody
seize
cares.
on that.
Huh?
You got to have that attitude.
Nobody cares.
So it's up to you. So it's
right,
on you.
All right. Nobody cares. That's your first blanket statement. Nobody cares.
You forget about that one.
Oh,
doesn't matter. Forget about it.
Forget about the music in a concert. See how that works? Kind of double-edged sword.
Completely different.
No, it's not. Then the next thing is that you're telling me from the nobody cares, work harder aspect that we're all going to sit around and wait for free money on the universal basic income.
That's not okay. See,
nobody cares. No, hey, why would we get a free universal basic income if nobody cares?
It's not free. It's not free.
Oh, it's not. Okay, so it's
not free.
Explain this to me then.
They've done this. Said this. They've done this in Alaska. They've been doing this where you are supplied. It's not a fix. It doesn't give you enough to live on. It supplements. It
I
keeps
get that,
you from.
but
That's the whole point.
It's still free money.
I'm not even saying that's the answer. I'm not even saying that's the answer. I don't know what the answer is, but the answer definitely isn't going to be companies just shelling out more money because their employees need more money. You're only going to be employed, and with the influx of AI, that's the way it's going to have to go. It's going to end up being a universal basic income because many of these jobs are going to be obsolete in a lot of the high-end jobs. So until that point, well, we're all scraping and doing what we can. We even got to do a little bit more, and it's good for you to do that. You think it's not? You'll think it's God. This is so. The hard will make you better. In the long run, it will make you better. And it doesn't mean nobody, when I say nobody cares.
That's what I say, but that's not what it means. Okay.
It's what it means is put it on yourself. Have the attitude that somebody's not coming to help you. You got to help you. You got to do it. And you can, not only do you got to, you can do it. You can succeed. I want everybody to be successful. This is not a zero-sum game.
Right.
Your gain is not somebody else's loss, and somebody else's loss is not your gain. But you can put the effort in, and you can put more effort in than you're putting. If you were really honest with yourself, and most people watching and listening to this, if they were really honest with themselves, and I'll use myself as an example because I can do more too. You can put in a little bit more effort. We can do a little bit, and you can do a little. You know what? You can do a little bit more for other people too in your life. You're a good example of that. You do that. You have an empathy that most people can't, which I think hurts you sometimes emotionally and mentally. It can really be a strain on you. And I know that because I've seen it.
Yeah.
But you, in addition to helping, you put it on you. I put it on me, but we can all put more on ourselves to be better and to do more. And that's the only solution. You can't sit around, we got to have somebody give me more because they're not going to do it. It's not going to just fall out of the sky. That's not going to happen. I wish it were the case. It's just
but if the universal basic income comes along, it does fall out of the sky.
That's not falling out of the sky. That's yeah. We don't know how much money the government actually has. We don't know. Our gold reserve. We don't know how much gold was confiscated back during the 1940s and 30s when that was. So we don't know. Who the hell knows?
Okay.
Who the hell knows? I'm just throwing things out there. I'm not an expert in this, but I do know that I can control how hard I work and what my attitude is while I do it. Yes. That's it.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, here's some good news. At least if you have a lower voice and you're a man, men with lower voices are more attractive. This, according to the latest study out of Penn State University. Men with a lower pitch voice are more attractive to potential partners. The lower voice also makes men more formidable and prestigious among other men and women. Now, this is where you can do your thing, your Ghostbusters thing,
Oh.
your Winston Zeddemore.
That's a big Twinkie.
There you go. See, that's what you call
I can drop
formidable
it
right there.
right there.
I'm
That's
into-
a big Twinkie.
See, now, if I were Mrs. O, I might be, hold on there. Who are you putting the signal out to?
That's right. That's what I'm doing.
There you go.
I do that.
Finally, a new airline will be taking over passenger
Well,
service
wait
at
a minute.
Muskegon County
Wait
Airport.
a minute.
Well, maybe.
There's an asterisk.
Okay,
there.
you step in after I finish this, then
All right.
you edit whatever I'm off about. Officials hope the new deal with Denver Air Connection will restore customer confidence in the wake of numerous flight cancellations. The county board endorsed the 4-year contract earlier this week. Okay. What's your
DOT
addendum to
approval.
this?
We have to wait on the Department of Transportation's approval on this thing. Other than that, it looks great. I was out there yesterday. We did a big story on it on the Muskegon channel. And here's the other thing. It's not behind
Go
a
ahead.
paywall. Another quote unquote publication, if you will,
Mhm.
put the story out. And here's another thing that was great. This was the same publication that put a story out over the weekend where there was a chemical fire with a potential explosion hazard, and they needed
Oh,
to
that
clear.
was Cedar
Yeah.
Springs, yeah.
No, that was
No, it was somewhere else. It was
dude.
I wanna say it was Cedar
Fruitport Spring Lake. It was right down in
Spring
Fruitport.
Lake. That's what
Yeah.
I was
So-
confusing the two.
Over the weekend, this big thing comes out saying that there's an explosion hazard and we need to clear about a quarter of a mile around this place.
Yeah, there's a EAS alert.
That story was behind a paywall with the same publication. Dude, smart, right? That's
I don't. If it's an emergency,
paywall.
that's got to be some sort
That's
of
helpful.
technical snafu.
No, it wasn't.
Well, you should, because that's no. I'm serious. I wonder if you've got a paywall, because I understand why certain news organizations have paywalls. I get that. You want to, because everything's free. I mean, you can get so much access to so much information for free.
That's why you sell advertising.
But but if you're not going to sell advertising, you're going to put it
But
behind.
they
a
are
paywall.
selling advertising.
but not if it's
and
an
they're selling
emergency.
data, and they're selling everything they know about you. So yeah, they're making plenty of money. They could put the freaking story out about a disaster that could happen without a paywall. So
in that
screw them.
100%.
Anyway, they did the same thing with the story yesterday about the potential new jet service coming in. That was behind a paywall. Great. So that really informs the community, doesn't it? So I got out there and we did one without the story of the paywall, and we mopped the floor with their ass once again. So
Okay, see that's another way to go about it.
that's what I do, and I never said I didn't.
That's good.
That's
No, I wasn't I think that's good, but I also understand why you use paywalls. I get why that. I don't know that that's effective. I think your way of doing it is probably more effective.
yeah.
But you're right, though. If it's a disaster, if it's an emergency situation, something like that, that should not be behind a paywall, period.
We have an emergency here, and for $5, we'll tell you what could happen to your
So you
family.
can find out for $5 you can save your life. Yeah. Well,
Bullshit.
I don't know. Well, how old am I? Oh, Jesus, I'm 96. Forget it.
Stupid.
Sports. Tigers split a doubleheader against the previously winless Mets in New York. They won game 1 6-3 before dropping the second game in walk-off fashion 2-1. Still a 5-1 start, all on the road to kick off the baseball season. Their home opener this afternoon, 1:10 time, first pitch against the Oakland A's, soon to be the Las Vegas A's, I assume. I don't know if that's happening next year or when that's going to go on. But anyway, good start to the season for the Tigers. I was going to ask our mutual friend Kenny Ritz, because he's my baseball expert. If 6 games, I don't think 6 games is enough to tell if they're good yet. But I think it's a great start, and there's reason to be optimistic if you're a Tiger fan. Pitching looks good. Hitting looks decent. We'll see.
Okay.
There you go. That's sports. Oh, wait, sorry. No. God, I had so much going on today. Completely forgot. Final Four weekend. You got the women's and the men's. Yeah, I'm throwing more women's hoops at you.
Oh, look at you.
That women's Final Four tonight, 7 o'clock. You got the North Carolina State, South Carolina game, followed by the Fighting Caitlin Clarks of Iowa taking on UConn. So a great double dip. And then you got the men, North Carolina State, Purdue, 6:09. And that's followed by Alabama and UConn on the men's side at around 8:49. That's
okay.
sports.
All right. Very excited about that. Can't wait. And I'm going to pop my corn right now for the exciting evening of basketball action. Yeah, so excited. Basketball. Ooh, love it. Medical terms,
Okay.
1,200. Are you excited?
Medical terms. Yeah, riveted. Can't wait.
Are you sure?
I was doing the same thing you were doing with basketball. I was just
Right.
putting
Medical
it towards
terms.
medical terms.
If
Okay.
I brought up the word perineum, would you know what that was as a medical term?
I've heard it. I don't exactly know what perineum is.
Google it. It'll be fun for you. That'll be a good thing.
Yeah.
That'll be your homework assignment over the weekend. Google perineum.
I can't pretend I'm interested enough to
You
Google
should
it.
be.
But
It's a fun
I
part.
don't know.
You'll like that. But this has nothing to do with your perineum. Medical
Okay.
terms, 1,200. By definition, keratitis is an inflammation of this part of the eye.
You said keratitis
I said keratitis.
is the inflammation of what? Body part? How much is this worth?
1,200.
Oh, see, it's because it's an obscure word and it's inflammation of what body part?
I got an idea. Let's go the
I'm gonna
universal
say
basic income route, and I'll give you a hint.
No, I don't need. No, we don't go hints.
Right. Okay.
We don't do hints on this show.
All right. Any other day you want a hint?
No, I never want a hint.
Oh.
Sometimes I want the question restated because you stumble over, but you didn't stumble over
Hmm.
this one. I'm just having a problem
You have
trying to.
problems. I'll give you that.
This is going to be. I don't have many.
Yeah, you'd be
I
surprised.
really don't. It's really. I've got it down into the single digits of problems. I'm going to go with inflamed. Let's go with inflamed ankles, like swollen ankles. Yeah, your ankle's swollen, so that's your. I have no idea.
Inflammation of this part of the eye. And it's
Oh,
ankle.
you didn't say eye.
Yeah, I did.
Cornea.
Too late. You said ankles.
You didn't say eye. I didn't hear eye. Maybe I just wasn't listening.
Of course.
I might have just misheard it.
I think that puts you back up into the double digits of problems. So
That might be no.
Here's
You know,
what you're
yeah,
gonna do.
I might
This
have
weekend,
10 now.
get to your
Might
men's
have 10
group and
now.
beat on a drum somewhere in the woods, down there in where do you live again?
Bum tussle.
Yeah, you do that.
Bum tussle.
That'll
What
be
you
great.
call it?
Have yourself
enjoy
a
the
great
Irish
weekend, Dave Cackley, and we will see you back here Monday.
See ya.
Happy Friday, Muskegon. Sunshine will return today, so let's take a look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Like I said, sunshine will return today, and that will continue throughout the weekend, as well as clouds will definitely move out of the region by Saturday. Along with that, we'll have a warming trend into the weekend with temperatures getting to the 50s on Saturday and Sunday, and even the 60s early next week. And as of now, it looks partly cloudy for the eclipse, as sunshine and clouds will both be present across West Michigan. Temperature-wise, today will be in the mid-40s, which is about 5 to 8 degrees cooler than we should be this time of year, so it will be a chillier day today, but warmer than it has been recently. So for your Friday, expect a high of 46 with partly cloudy skies. We'll finally see some blue sky today as the clouds slowly move out of the region. Overnight will be clear with a low of 30. And with the solar eclipse occurring on Monday, the current cloud cover forecast from the National Weather Service in Indiana and Illinois does show mostly sunny skies as of now across those regions with 30% cloud cover. So that means, like I said, mostly sunny skies are expected in the path of totality. So if you do have plans of heading to the south, Indiana and Illinois and into Missouri should be a okay spot to go to, as of now. Here in West Michigan, though, to see some of the solar eclipse, it won't be in totality, obviously, but you'll likely still be able to see some of it, as clouds should be just partly cloudy. And that's reflective on the 7-day forecast. The solar eclipse day will be warm, with temperatures finally getting back into the 60s after some rain showers will be possible Sunday night. The next chance of widespread rain won't arrive until the middle of next week, as temperatures briefly cool back down into the upper 50s, but staying above normal, thankfully, early next week. And that's your Friday and weekend forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Cole Woods Weather, and see you next Tuesday after the eclipse.